In beautiful Cedar Park, ballpark 320 down each line, 370 in one power alley, 365 in the right power alley, and probably 365 and 356 in the other, and that's 370 to center. So this is actually one of the smaller parks in the district as far as dimensions.
Well, good afternoon, Galen.
Yeah, Wyatt Childress is up. First pitch of the game is strike one. Okay, it's ball two and strike one. We're trying to get set up here so we can get on the air with a video. Wind chill factor is right around 31, temperature's at 39, so we're having a ball already. Three and one on Wyatt. Fouled off, 3-2.
Galen, lots of these Georgetown players are all bundled up down here.
Yeah, I imagine they are. Wind just kicked up again here, I see. Fouled off to the right. Nope, first baseman grabbed it. Cole Posey's getting ready to step in. Turtlenecks are in style for the players today, it looks like. Left-hander on the mound for the Timberwolves, who are 7-1 in district. After ball one, after having already had their bye. Georgetown's 10-0 in first place, but a win by Cedar Park would actually put them in a tie, because you'd go with a staggered schedule like this, you'd go with the loss column as the determining factor. Posey steps back in. Outside counts 2-1. If you hear a lot of noise in the background, we've got a spirited lacrosse game going on behind us in the at the Cedar Park practice field.
That's actually the Georgetown bullpen down here. They're having a good time.
Well,
trying to stay warm.
Foul ball, fouled off, 3-2. Just as long as they don't try and break up your camera and start a bonfire with it down there.
Yeah.
Some of those trees may look inviting to chop down and start burning.
They need to have some sort of bonfire out here. Keep us warm.
Pop up again off to the right. First baseman makes his second play of the inning. Cole Morris is going to step in, left-handed.
First base number 23, Cole Morris.
Pitcher's gone full count, both batters, but he's got both of them to pop up to first so far. Low, ball one, outside. Low again, outside. Ball 2.
That bounced off the ground.
Wind gusting up again a little bit. Trying to make it interesting. Ball 3. 3-1. Ball 4, a walk. First base runner of the game. Ryan Nice will be stepping in.
Next batter, center fielder number 6, Ryan Neat.
And Cedar Park looks
Nice.
like they're wearing some camo uniforms today, and Georgetown has some desert camo baseball caps on.
I don't think you can disguise yourself from that wind that's gusting 15 to 25 out there, maybe 30 right now.
Yeah.
Pitcher goes into the stretch, throws over to first, and he throws it past. Throws it real low. Cole's holding up at second.
That was a good heads-up play.
A little bit of probably an E1 since the throw was low. We started the game. I counted the fans in the stands when we started before the first pitch, and there were 38 people not actually performing some kind of a duty at the game here in the stands. And I don't think many more are filtered in.
Looks like the catcher wants to talk a little bit.
Well, several of the throws, the one over to first base and a couple of pitches have eaten a little dirt before they've gotten to the person they were intended to, so.
Yeah. Wonder what that cold weather's doing to the pitching today.
Try a spitball, you'd almost get an ice ball by the time it got to home plate. I imagine, you know, they say the wind chill's steady 31, but when that wind gusts up a little bit, it probably dips down into the 20-something.
Easily, yeah. My fingertips just holding this camera are pretty cold. If that first baseman catches that, that'll. Nope.
It's a base hit.
Yeah, coming home.
One of the stranger RBI singles you've seen. The ball's kind of drifting foul, and then it blows back out into the playing field there and falls in between the first baseman, the second baseman, and the right fielder.
Next batter, third baseman number 7, Jeffrey Davis.
Jeffrey David steps in. He's got a very high collar, or either that or he's got a skull cap of some kind on. Inside pitch, throw down to second, and it bounces, so the runner's in with a stolen base. Ryan is the leader and the team leader in stolen bases now with 17. He had a team leading 16 going in, but now he's got 17. Low and inside.
Yeah, it looked like he knew exactly what he was going to do. He was ready to take that second base.
That's another one of those games where people are going to have to wash the uniforms, having on that less than artificial turf for the infield. Ball 3 inside. I'll tell you, if you tried to throw the ball inside, it'd really probably, with that wind, if it was a slow pitch, it'd probably really go inside.
Yeah, 3 balls right now with 2 outs.
Got a strike there on the corner. Couple more fans coming in. There, another walk, a walk. That puts the Ferners on first and second. I think these people are really camouflaged here today. They're really actually wearing swimsuits under their outfits. We're going to have a meeting of the Polar Bear Club here.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
I see some umbrellas up in the stands. Lots of blankets. It looks like January up here.
I've got a blanket here, but I'll admit I haven't pulled it out yet. And nobody better make fun of the fact that I'm wearing garden gloves today.
I saw that. You're ready to do some gardening.
Yeah, I couldn't find my dress gloves, so I pulled up the first thing I could find here today. Okay, Wesley Dixon, the DH, is in.
Runners on first and second.
There's a bunt. It's foul. That would be a if it had stayed foul, that might have been a little bit of trouble there.
That was a rough pitch to. That pitcher mishandled that one.
Yeah, that's another E2.
He didn't square up and get a good footing before he tried to throw that ball, and he just ended up kind of bouncing it in the grass before it even hit second base.
We started off here with two pop-ups to the first baseman on full counts, and since then we've got 3 straight batters who have reached.
Another ball. It's still
1-1.
Still 2 outs. Runners advance to second and third.
A hit would be well placed right now. Ooh.
Just high.
Swing and strike.
All right.
2-2.
2-2 pitch coming.
Struck out. That ends the inning, but we got a run on 1 hit, 2 errors, and we got 2 guys left on.
Top of the first, Georgetown, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base.
No errors. What about those 2 throws? The announcer just announced that there were no errors in that inning, and there definitely were 2 errors in that inning on the pitcher.
Well, Galen, thank you for covering that first inning there for Georgetown here live tonight. Rob Hipp alongside my good friend Galen Wellnicki. Appreciate you, Galen. I'll go ahead and read out that starting lineup for you, Galen. I know that we got started a little bit early here.
Okay.
I'll be more than happy to read that out to you.
Okay.
As we go on here. Leading off for Cedar Park will be the second baseman, number 22, Ryder Hernandez. Second in the order, the right fielder, number 20, Austin Hewitt.
Leading off Cedar Park in the bottom of the first inning, second baseman number 22, Ryder Hernandez.
And third in the order will be the first baseman, number 15, Ryan Fiala. Pitch on the way. This one's going to be grounded over to the third baseman, Jeffrey David, and a nice little 5-3 to get things going for the first out there, Galen.
Yeah, imagine that. It hits that glove. I imagine that's a little bit, that stung a little bit in this nice warm weather here today.
Galen's louder than he is, and the humming is really loud. But
Pitch on the way here to Austin Hewitt is going to go for a ball. 1-0 the early count here on Austin Hewitt, the right fielder, number 20. Second pitch on the way, a ball as well, Galen. 2-0 the early count here. And Galen, as they come up, I'll help you get those filled in there. This is going to be a base hit out to left center field, right on the power alley. And the first hit for Cedar Park will come on the second batter, the right fielder, number 20, Austin Hewitt. Again here in the bottom of the first inning, Georgetown leading 1-0.
Number 15, Ryan Fiala.
Third in the order, the first baseman, number 15, Ryan Fiala for the Cedar Park Timberwolves. He is a left-handed hitter and will be coming off the right-hand pitching of number 9, Grant Wood for the Georgetown Eagles on the mound. Of course, Wyatt Childress back behind the home plate tonight as the catcher. Cole Moore over at first, Luke Seaback at second, and Jeffrey David out there at third. This pitch too close on the inside. The early count on Ryan Fiala, 1-0. Trying to pick on a 1-3. Galen fourth in the order behind Fiala. It's going to be the shortstop, number 11, Evan Sparks. Pitch on the way. This was going to be another base hit.
Right up the middle.
Right up the middle to center field. Nitsch is going to corral it, but not before it's a base hit. So back-to-back hits here for Cedar Park. 2 on now. And fourth in the order in the cleanup position, the shortstop, number 11, Evan Sparks. Galen behind him will be the third baseman,
number 11, Evan Sparks.
number 14, Nathan Pish, P-I-S-H. I'm wondering if that may be pronounced Pish. We got started a little early here. We were still trying to get things rolling, and of course they wanted to get started because it's quite cold out here, Galen. Right-handed delivery on the way. This one going to be a little too high upstairs. The early count 1-0 on Evan. Galen, I was tempted just to, go back to the car and let you finish out the game.
Well, that would be nice, I guess.
Georgetown trying to pick here. The pitcher goes back to the second baseman. The base runner's safe over at second. Again, there at second is Austin Hewitt.
While Wood gets set, he's got pitched work 24 and a third innings. He's got a 4-1 record. He's got a 20-3 ratio on strikeouts to walks and a 2.01 ERA. So he's got some of the best statistics on the DHS staff.
I didn't catch that third pitch. May have only been the second. 2-0 the count. Here's the third delivery. This one too low, and now the count 3-0.
Another dirt dauber there.
Grant Wood, the right-handed pitcher for Georgetown, looks over his right shoulder, now kicks up the left leg. Pitch on the way. Too high upstairs and walked him. So 4 pitches will result in a walk. And now Galen, bases loaded for the Timberwolves, not the position Georgetown wanted to be in here in the first. Things started out good on a 5-3 to lead off Ryder Hernandez with that first out, but since then 3 base runners have been allowed on now. And fifth in the order, the third baseman, number 14, Nathan Pish, up to bat now.
You buy the combo meal, you get a coupon for a free sandwich from Smoky Moe's.
I forgot to double up my socks, Nathan. And Galen, too, I was going to tell you, I told that to Nathan earlier, but Galen, I forgot to double my socks this morning.
Yeah.
Kick up, the right-handed fastball on the way across the plate, and again, too low, 1-0 the count. Now that's Galen, 5 balls thrown in a row, and Coach Brindley going to talk things over at the mound with Grant Wood. I was hoping I would hear the pronunciation of the batter there. I didn't hear it from the press box, unfortunately. They were too busy talking about the combo meals over at the concession trailer.
A free sandwich to Smoky Moe's. There's a coupon for a free sandwich, not a. And I'm surprised that half the stands didn't leave on that one. Nice spicy little barbecue sandwich probably wouldn't be bad right now. Since we want to get back into our food discussions.
Yeah. Bottom of the first here, 3 on for Cedar Park, 1 out. Pitch on the way. This one's going to ground foul off the first baseline, or third baseline rather. And the count aces across the board now, 1-1-1.
Actually, as much as we mentioned Arby's last night, we probably ought to send them a bill. They'd be surprised when they got it, but they owe it to us.
Pitch on the way, swing, tip, miss, and 1-2.
I hate to say it, but David looks cold down there, down by the dugout.
Yeah, David.
He's kind of dancing around a little bit.
I was going to say, he set the microphone down for a while. He's got his hands in his pocket. David, how is it down there?
It is no joke down here. It is it's a little chilly. Not going to lie to you.
Right-handed pitch here. This one, the fastball.
Oh, they got him.
Got him looking on that one for the second out. David, before we move on to this next batter here, as it's going to be the designated hitter, number 17, Max Sexton, can you give us the weather update? I know you had that ready for us before we got here. Go ahead with that weather update, David.
Your beautiful weather conditions in Cedar Park is, I think, 39 degrees, 31 degree wind chill.
Tip foul here to Max Sexton, David.
Winds out of the north at 15, gusting to I don't know what.
It's really good to see Sexton out here because if you remember, he was the quarterback for the Cedar Park football team that was suffered a serious leg injury during the football game with Georgetown.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, that's a good point, Galen. Great to see that young man out there. You were at that game with us.
Yes, I was. I was at almost all the games. I guess 10 games. I missed the first 2 while I was working at some strange town up in a little bit further northwest of Temple.
Velocity behind that fastball, unfortunately too high upstairs. The count 1-1. 2 outs here, 3 on. Georgetown trying to work out of it. Grant Wood kicks up the right-handed delivery. This one's going to ground over to Cole Posey, the shortstop, trying to make a 6-3 right in the glove, and Georgetown escapes with 3 on. The defense stepping up for Georgetown huge after that brief visit with Coach Brindley. Grant Wood finding his rhythm, and in that inning, Galen, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. Although Georgetown left 3 on, they didn't allow any runs, and that is a positive to take away from that first inning, Galen.
Yes.
Well, we switch over leading off. Galen, I'll let you go over the bottom 3 here for Georgetown.
Well, we got Hunter Savarese, who's playing left field. Jackson Steoson, who's in right field. Jackson, who got the pitching win in last night's game. He came in and pitched 3 strong innings there after the rain delay. And then Luke Seaback. And hopefully it'll stretch on to a few other people after them.
Yeah, and we see the switch again here with Cole Moore now back on first base, and of course Wyatt Childress back behind the mound on the defensive end for Georgetown as a catcher. So position switching up a little bit here, and Coach Foster, they've done that throughout the games, and it's been effective for them. Georgetown, of course, 10-0 here, in a great position here in 19-5A in the district race, and they have got the sole lead. Now, we talked about Cedar Park last night, Galen. Cedar Park this season, they've already had their bye, so they're 2 games. If you look at the win-loss ratio, they're 2 games back, and that's just because they had the bye already.
You know, this would really help. A win today, there's no joke, a win today would really help Georgetown. And would also help Cedar Park because basically in a staggered situation like that, as I said before, you go on the loss column when there's a staggered schedule like this, and each team would have 1 loss in district.
Well, Georgetown, their previous at-bat, they went through 6 batters. They were able to score 1 run on that on 2 hits. Now on the mound for the Cedar Park Timberwolves. This one is going to hit over to left center field in the power alley. Chasing it down is Brant McDonald. He's got the first out on a fly 8 on Wyatt Childress. Childress still trying to find his groove this season, Galen. He struggled a bit hitting that ball, but we know as games go on, hopefully he'll be able to find that for the Eagles.
Yeah, that was.
Outfield play for Georgetown. Right fielder number 12, Jackson
Seosin. We're getting a few different pronunciations on the names here today.
Hey, I'm making them, that's why I try to get started early to go down there and talk. But this morning, the weather holding us up a bit.
I've always wondered about that because it's not that hard for a PA announcer to go ask the coach or somebody with the other team how you pronounce the names.
Well, for me either. I got here late, though, so that's my fault. This is a left-handed slinger up here on the mound, Travis Harvey for the Cedar Park Timberwolves. And he's got Cole Posey, and that's not Cole Posey. That's number 12 out there.
That's Jackson Seosin.
That's Jackson
We're not at the top of the lineup.
That's right, yeah. Sorry,
the first guy was Hunter.
Yeah, it was Hunter Savarese. Now it's Seosin here in an 0-2. The left-handed delivery on the way, the fastball, and that one going to go right across the plate. Again, a lot of velocity behind that ball. Got him looking for the second out of the inning, Galen.
It's an interesting study out there. The home plate umpire does not have gloves. The first base the base umpire looks like he ordered about 3 pairs of gloves and is wearing them out there, as fat as they are. And both the Georgetown coaches are out there with.
Seaback trying to get a bunt away here, and he's not going to get there in time. And a quick 3 up, 3 down. Galen, did that go from the catcher there?
First, the pitcher.
So that was a 1-2. It was Harvey over to Ryan Fiala.
1-3.
Or 1-3, beg your pardon. Thank you, Galen. Boy, the cold slows everything up. Well, Galen, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. That was a quick at-bat for Georgetown. We're through 1.5. Bottom of the second upcoming. We'll keep things right here. Galen, I'll let you, I'll continue to help you here as we fill in the rest of these. Leading off is going to be the left fielder, number 12, Clayton Johnson. So again, leading off the left fielder, number 12, Clayton Johnson in that 7th position. The bottom 2 will be the catcher, number 21, Gabe Alvarez. Number 21, Gabe Alvarez. And then at the bottom of the order will be the center fielder, number 30, Brant McDonald. Well, see, I knew we'd get there, Galen.
And I've gone an inning and a half without knowing it. Who is that young gentleman on the mound for the Timberwolves?
For the Timberwolves out there is number 1, Travis Harvey, pitching tonight. Well, Grant Wood going to try to pick back up here. 3 were left on, but Georgetown able to escape, not allowing any runs on the last at-bat. In the bottom of the second, here we go. And David Engling's got the camera on some folks. Who was that? That was some fans down there that were freezing. A little chilly out there tonight.
We ought to ask everybody who's enjoying the weather to raise their hands.
Well, we're up here freezing today, Galen. Boy, my toes are iced, man. Bottom of the second we go. Georgetown leads 1-0. The 13th ranked Georgetown Eagles here at Cedar Park High School. Again, as Galen said moments ago, leading off the 7th in the order, the left fielder, number 12, Clayton Johnson. It's crazy to think we go from 83 degrees to this. This is going to ground over. Jeffrey David trying to slice, but Cole Posey going to get there, but not in time.
He got him.
He did. Wow. He did get there in time. Jeff David took a leap at it, and Cole Posey luckily was right behind him to clean that up. Was able to grab it in the dirt on a nice 6-3 play for the first out. Cole Posey doing some work again tonight.
Can you name the two Eagles that have played in all 26 games? And this is the 27th game, and in all 27 games. There are only 2, according to the statistics on Game Changer.
And this is going to look for the sacrifice bunt here. The catcher, Gabe Alvarez, and he will be out as David runs all the way down and makes that play. I believe that was Jeff David there on a 5-3 game.
Yes, it was. And it was a true sacrifice because he sacrificed himself because there was no runner to advance.
Yep. That's right, yeah. I thought it's still too cold out here, Galen.
And another oddity in this game, too, we've got 3 umpires.
This one's going to pop way up into the air, and Grant Wood going to try to get under it. Chases it back on the right glove, and a quick 1-2-3 for Georgetown. Man, these kiddos may want to get out of here early today, too. We're through 2 innings. Georgetown leads 1-0. Back-to-back 1-2-3 and outs there in the second inning. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date. Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP. Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Welcome back to Cedar Park High School. David, you've got something for us down there.
Yeah, Rob, these folks down here, they brought a portable heater with them.
Go ahead and ask them to bring that up here if you don't mind. We'll be more than happy to rent that for $20.
Keeping that dog warm.
Well, Galen leading off. We go back to the top of the order now. Wyatt Childress. Wyatt tonight 0 for 1.
He was one of the first two that popped up to the first baseman. And he, that ball went off that way. This first pitch was fouled off that way again.
Well, here in the top of the third inning, again live from cold Cedar Park, Texas. Cold throughout the state today, except down in Galveston. I'll talk about it after this pitch here. Kick up the left-handed pitch on the way, too low. That one way too low downstairs. That one almost went into the basement. 1-1 to count. Coach Tookie Mullen from Jarrell, he has done a lot of work over there. Coach Took, he is on a cruise, and he said he was leaving Galveston, and it was in the 70s. So, maybe push some of that warm air back up here. Pitch on the way, looking for the bunt here, and it's going to go foul off the third baseline. The count at 1-2.
Rob, there's our fan stand reporter staying warm. $20 at Walmart got her that sleeping bag.
Man. You see, if we can get that up here, and let's go ahead and get that heater. We're $40 in, then that we can make that happen, David. 1-2 the count here on the mound for Cedar Park. Again, the pitcher, Travis Harvey. Travis, a left-handed slinger there off the mound, stands with that left foot center on the rubber. High in the box for Georgetown, Wyatt Childress. Pitch on the way. This one's going to hit over to center field. Brent McDonald is going to try to get under it, and he does for the first out.
Have you noticed how many hits in the last 2 games have gone to center fielders?
Next up for Georgetown, shortstop.
Quite a few of them.
Cole Posey.
Cole Posey now at bat for the Georgetown Eagles. He's 0 for 1 tonight.
He also popped it to the first baseman.
Everything's flying to first base tonight, Galen.
Yeah. It's in defiance of the wind, which is blowing strongly in the opposite direction.
Seems like the wind is less than it was last night, though, at times. It dies down, but then the gusts just push through here pretty extreme. This pitch going to be too high upstairs to the outside. 1-0 the count, 1 out.
Well, right now the crowd's probably up around 55 or so. And I would imagine there'll be at least 55 people into their favorite drugstore or grocery store buying cold medication tomorrow.
Yeah, CVS and Walgreens are going to go out of business here this weekend. Because they won't go out of business. They'll just go out of inventory.
Yeah.
2-0 the count. Next pitch, the kick up of the right leg, left-handed delivery. This one's going to go foul off the first baseline, way behind the concession trailer, the count at 2-1.
Actually, if you've covered soccer in Texas in the early part of the season in January and the first part of February, you're used to weather like this.
Literally, my toes are frozen, Galen.
Well, I'm not going to rub your toes for you. I'm sorry.
No footsie up here, Galen. Fastball 2-2. Beautiful pitch there by Travis Harvey in Georgetown. Trying to work out of it here. Nobody on. Again, 2-2 the count, 1 out. Here in the top of the third inning at Cedar Park High School, Georgetown leads 1-0. Harvey looks over, now lets it fly out of the left hand. This one's going to ground over to the shortstop, trying to get there quickly on a 6-3, and
he got him.
He got him. Good play there by Nathan Pitch over to Ryan Fiala on the 6-3 for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down already here. We move to the third in the order, the first baseman, number 23, Cole Moore. There you go, David.
Baseman number 23, Cole Moore.
And Cole, how did he reach earlier?
Cole Moore, he walked.
He walked, so he's 0 for tonight.
He walked and moved to second on an errant throw by the pitcher.
An arrogant throw?
Errant.
No, I'm just kidding. Cole Moore's going to hit this one way up. The wind's going to catch it, though, as it sells down over to left field, and Clayton Johnson going to get under it and make the grab for the third out. So, again, a 1-2-3 inning. That one on a fly. 7. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. As we are through 2.5, bottom of the third. Coming up, we'll step aside, take a quick break. Georgetown Eagle baseball here on a cold day. We'll continue after this.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Well, Galen, we're having a little bit of fun up here. David snuck the camera on us, so we had to dance for it. But
yeah.
We appreciate
one thing we're doing is we're entertaining usually stone-faced Nathan today here.
I'll tell you what, it's been a good game so far. But Georgetown here still got their work cut out for them. We're actually just doing this, Galen, to try to stay warm, and I think it's working. Bottom of the third now, Georgetown leads 1-0, and leading off for the Cedar Park Timberwolves.
We should be in a lightning delay right now if it's in the bottom of the third inning. But I don't see a lightning meter anywhere or a thermometer.
Nothing yet. Leading off back to the top of the order here, it'll be the second baseman, number 22, Ryder Hernandez, 0 for 1. He was out on a 5-3 ground out moments ago. Pitch on the way to Ryder here will be a ball. In the early count, 1-0.
If you can suspend a game for lightning within 10 miles of the stadium, can you suspend a game for freezing temperatures within 10 miles of the stadium?
If that's the case, I think everything in the state would be suspended.
Except in Galveston.
That's right.
And actually, that's because of Tookie's magnetic personality.
That's right. 2-1 the count now. This one goes way off the first base line behind the concession trailer, and the count 2-1 here for Ryder Hernandez.
He's one of the truly good people in the area. He and Chuck Pledge. Those two people come to mind in that. And, of course, you. Since you're my boss, I must say that.
Yeah, well, I'm just here to hang out, Galen. I appreciate it, though. You're the real, we call you the legend in Georgetown. So we've coined that term for you, Galen, because of all the fine work that you've done over the years supporting Georgetown. Driving from Temple, man, we appreciate that. This one's going to hit foul also. It won't be in catchable territory. Goes down and right in – whoa. Actually, it could have been, Galen. It actually could have been. I think what happened – that looked like it was going over the net, but see the wind, how it's pushing the net in?
Yeah.
That ball actually scathed and bounced back.
You noticed that on that one base hit earlier that the ball was heading foul and then blew back out and fell between the three fielders.
The payoff pitch here, 3-2, no outs, nobody on. Right-handed pitch. This one's going to ground right into the glove of Cole Posey, looking for a 6-3 over to Cole Moore, and he's got him for the first out. So again, doing the work down there today, Cole Posey. He's had a great night so far.
Everybody's in a hurry. They're hitting the ball hard to get it to the fielder so they can throw to first base and get them out and advance the game.
The scoreboard taking a while to get updated, and I apologize. My fingers are frozen, so, you know, I'm just taking my time there getting that updated.
You won't be making fun of my garden gloves.
No way, man. This pitch too far out of the glove as it grounds. 1-0 the count here. Second in the order, the right fielder, number 20, Austin Hewitt, the right-handed batter for Cedar Park. Cedar Park wanted to mention they're in their camo jerseys tonight. Really nice jerseys here, and I keep saying tonight, afternoon. We're used to being at night.
I hope we're not here still at night.
No. It'd be icicles hanging, Galen. 2-0 the count.
Extra innings would be about as dirty words as you could come up with today.
Pitch on the way here, and going to be a fastball for the strike, 2-1. Two-one delivery.
3-1.
Now it's going to be 3-1 as it was too low downstairs. 3-1 as that one goes outside the corner. Well, the gaff tape is holding up. You know, we should be spokespeople for gaff. Man, that wind is ripping behind the sign that we put up as a wind blocker, and it's holding up nicely. This one hit foul, almost up to the light. Going to take a bounce way outside the field of play. 3-2. The count now full. 3-2-1 on the board. A little countdown action, Galen. Here in the bottom of the third, wind up, the right-handed delivery, fastball, got him looking for the second out.
It's a walk.
No, he didn't. Okay. Beg your pardon, Galen. I thought I saw him, got him. Guess not.
The umpire's crossing us up. He's waiting for our call, and then he's calling the opposite. You know, it's.
Well, on a 3-2 payoff, it will be a reach on a walk. Third in the order, the first baseman, number 15, Ryan Fiala, 1 for 1, had a hit, was left stranded at second in the first. So again, 1 out, 1 on here for Cedar Park in the bottom of the third inning. The left-handed hitter up against the right-handed pitcher.
Ball.
Too far out, 1-0.
I hope Hewitt realizes that he broke the string of 11 straight outs there.
Georgetown trying to pick as Wood goes over to Colmore at first base. The runner safe. David, how's it going down there? Is it warmed up at all? Are you feeling any of the heat come over there, David? This one going to be hit over to center field, and that'll be a base hit.
That makes him 2 for 2. We're building into the same situation we were in the
back in the first.
Yeah.
Well, Fiala reached on the walk. Now he's left on second, or advances to second. Austin Hewitt on second, and Fiala now after that hit on first. Cleaning up the shortstop, number 11, Evan Sparks, right-handed batter for the Cedar Park Timberwolves. The delivery on the way, pulls back, and got him here on the fastball, 0-1.
Mr. Sparks walked his previous time up to load the bases.
Georgetown trying to pick here, and he got out of the glove of the second baseman, Luke Seaback.
He wasn't used to the sudden gust of warmth in his glove.
Luke kind of looked at it and said, "What is this?" Luckily, didn't get too far away from him. The runner's going to stay on 1 and 2. Pitch out in the way. This one too low, ground, and Jorah trying to get over to third, and did he tag him in time? He is safe. Wow. Jeffrey David thought that he got the runner, and Austin Hewitt going to advance on the wild pitch. Galen?
Stolen base.
Give him the stolen?
Yeah, he was going.
On the count now, 0-1, or still remains 0-1 on, should be 1-1.
Yeah.
Rob, I believe Jeffrey dropped that ball. That's why they called that like that.
Okay, you're right there on it, David. So.
Yeah, he fouled the ball and it hit the ground.
Thank you, David. That's why we got you down there, man. See, we're bringing the action at all the angles, courtesy of David England. Freezing tonight.
I'll tell you one thing. He's got the full mask on down there at third base. He's got just a little slit there for his eye holes and his nose. If you look at his.
Last pitch was a ball, Galen, 2-1.
It's 1 and 2, I believe. Now it's 2 and 2.
2 and 2. Now we go. Evan Sparks, 2 and 2. So again, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. They updated. And runner on third and second for Cedar Park. Hewitt at third with that stolen base moments ago. Fiala at second.
Hey, that's pretty good now. They built a tent down there with a heater under the tent.
That's real smart, especially if the cover hits the heater. That's not smart.
You notice?
Is that a gas-powered heater? Wow. Well, you don't want the blanket to fall too low on that, or we may have David watch the equipment over there. Man.
David,
Got a firefighter handy here.
Yeah, you got. I was about to say we got the Georgetown Fire Department right next to that blanket.
Uh-oh.
This one's going to hit over, chasing it down to the left is Hunter Savarese trying to get under it, and Savarese makes the
it's
grab.
a sacrifice fly to tie the game.
And that will be a sack fly as the runner comes in on the second out. So that sack fly out there to left field for the second out. Runner coming in to score is going to be Austin Hewitt, and we've got a tie ball game. The second baseman, or the second base runner, Ryan Fiala, will stay there at second. And now fifth in the order, the third baseman, number 14, Nathan Peach. This pitch got him on the corner.
They just announced how to pronounce his name, but then they turned the music up
Yeah,
real loud while they were doing it. His walk-up music is too loud.
Maybe he doesn't know and he just turns it up real loud. Just kind of bypass it. So the count at 0-1, 2 outs here. Base runner on second for Cedar Park. We're tied at 1 apiece. That run coming moments ago. Looking over the right now, the right-handed pitch. This one's going to ground over. Cole Posey going to scoop it down, trying to get a 6-3 to Comar, and he does for the third out. So once again, Cole doing a great job at that shortstop position tonight. And in that inning, Galen,
We had
one run,
one hit.
1 run on 1 hit.
no errors, and 1 left on. We're through 3, top of the 4th upcoming. We'll step aside and take a break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.
Welcome back to Cedar Park High School, live this afternoon on a cold and blustery day here in April after temperatures reaching 83 degrees yesterday. We're at 39 here at
And
Cedar Park High School.
It's supposed to be back up in the 60s and 70s again tomorrow,
It's
I believe.
unbelievable.
For Georgetown, center fielder number 6, Ryan Knight.
Leading off in the cleanup, the center fielder number 6, Ryan Neitch. Neitch in this ball game. Galen,
He singled.
he had a hit
Yes.
in the first,
And a stolen base.
and he was left on 2, correct?
Yes.
Pitch on the way to Ryan, and it's going to be too far out. 1-0 the count here on Ryan Goodnight.
And he has our only hit.
That's right, yep. Pitch on the way. Fastball across here for a strike. 1-1 even count. Well, Galen, the last 2 innings for Georgetown, it was quick 1, 2, and 3. So we've had 6 up, 6 down if you go back over the 2 and 3. Georgetown trying to work out of something here and get some momentum here in the 4th. This pitch way too high upstairs. And when the ball gets up that high, it's just trying to get up there where the heat is, Galen. 2-1 the count here on Ryan Neitch. Harvey on the mound. His last 2 innings have been flawless. Behind Neitch on deck is the third baseman, Jeffrey David. Pitch on the way. This one's going to hit foul into the net. And the count even at 2-2. Again, 2-2 count. No outs, nobody on here. Tie ball game, 1 apiece in the top of the 4th.
Pitching is supposed to be the calling card of Cedar Park. And
2-2 going to ground here over to the third baseman. Nathan Peach trying to make a play, and did he get him in time?
Umpire's going to call anything close today.
Yeah.
And out.
So he's out on a 5-3. 5-3
But he
ground
may
out.
be, because our angle is not a good one for calling.
Play third baseman number 7, Jeffrey
I
Davis.
thought every angle was good, Galen.
No.
David England doing great work with what we had to work with here this afternoon.
We're not talking about the angles you play at the casino. We're talking about the angles on the baseball field.
I just play the slot machines. I don't get into all that other stuff.
I play the ones that have the 5 and the cent after it. That's about my high. Not to say I'm cheap, but
They need to come out with hay penny machines for me. That's about the only ones I can play where you cut the penny in half. Pitch on the way here. The count is going to be called a ball. 2-0 the count here on Jeffrey David. And Jeffrey, how did he reach in that first? That was when I was getting everything set up, Galen.
Jeffrey David, he walked.
Where was he left on first?
He was left on second.
Left on second. This one's going to pop up here, and Cedar Park infield talking things over, and it's going to be the third baseman, Nathan Peach, who comes up and makes the play there, and 2 up, 2 down. So if you go back now, Galen, we are now 8 up, 8 down as far as Travis Harvey and the Timberwolves. He's doing a great job on that mound here.
You talk about our statistics of outscoring the opponents in 10 games, 75 to 21. Cedar Park in 8 games has outscored their opponents. Well, it'll be 9 games counting this game. Have outscored their opponents 45 to 11. They've only given up 11 runs in 8 district games. I keep losing my little bubble off my microphone.
Yeah, the windscreen. 1-0 the count
maybe
here.
it's all the hot air. It's the only hot air in the ballpark coming out.
Wow, Galen, that one got up and hit the light. So we finally, I think that's the first time this season we've seen that. That ball got up and, luckily nobody's standing up there on the light this afternoon. If you were, you'd probably be frozen. 1-1 to count here on Wesley Dixon. Pitch on the way to Dixon. Fastball too low at the last moment, 2-1.
If there was somebody up there, David would probably have to use his fire to go up and rescue the person off the light standard.
Now, Dixon, did he strike out swinging the last at bat?
I can't remember. I think he did.
That's what that is, right?
That's 3 for third out. But you can't read it because it's in my own hand scratch.
We'll put a K3. Oops.
Which only most of my teachers could not decipher when I was in school. Hey, more people are coming in.
Well, the count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes for Wesley Dixon. The payoff pitch upcoming again. 3-2, 2 outs. We're tied at 1 apiece here in the top of the 4th inning. Nobody on for Georgetown.
We're going to have a lot of people here for our pool party after the game here.
Yeah, I'm sure. It better be a heated pool. Pitch on the way. This one going to hit foul, way off. This one off the top of the net and bounces back down.
Oh,
Galen, if it does that, can you get under it and make the play? If it hits the net, you can't. How does that work?
you can't. You can't take a rebound off the net.
Okay.
You can steal it out of the. You can steal it from getting into the net, but you can't take it off the net. It's not highlight.
3-2 count. Again, the payoff upcoming here for Travis Harvey. On the mound, Harvey kicks up the right leg, the left-handed delivery. This one going to pop over to right field, and Hewitt going to make the snag there with the right hand of the glove. Galen, we are now for Travis Harvey, 9 up, 9 down.
Well, actually, the last 10 batters have been, if you count the last batter in the first.
Yeah, you're right.
Coming up for Cedar Park, Sexton, Johnson, Alvarez.
Sexton, Johnson, and Alvarez sounds like a law firm.
Crazy to believe, but it's the middle of April.
Yeah, that's pretty. Oh, Galen, I laugh at that one. That may be. You may talk to him after the game and say, have you guys ever thought about going into law? Oh, David over there laughing. He liked that one too. We're having fun up here, folks, trying to stay coherent, stay conscious here in the cold. We're through 3.5. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on for Georgetown. Bottom of the 4th upcoming. Cedar Park back at bat here. And leading off for Cedar Park will be the left fielder, 7th in the order, number 25, Hunter Savarese. Someone bringing the pooch out here. Hope the little pup's staying warm. It's a beautiful, beautiful dog down there. Make sure, David, you let that gentleman know that I said that is a very beautiful, beautiful pup down there. I bet he's warm with that fur too, man. Again, leading off, I goofed here. I was talking over Georgetown a while ago. Leading off will be the designated hitter, number 17, Max Sexton, the 6th in the order. So I apologize for that, getting ahead of myself, Galen. Grant Wood on the mound. This one's going to ground over again. Cole Posey staying warm out there on the 6-3 to Comore. And it's the first out. I don't know who started that, but it's taken off. I heard heard the team down there saying that, so I just started saying it, Galen. They say Cole's name really fast. Comore.
Left fielder number 12, Clayton Johnson.
The middleman in our law firm is up now here. Of course, you were trying to take their props away from them here by announcing the wrong lineup.
Yeah, sorry about that. Clayton Johnson tonight, 0 for 1, was out on a 6-3. First pitch on the way to him is going to be a strike, 0-1 the count. Wind up, pitch on, too far out, 1-1 even.
You know, if you weren't wearing batting gloves, how much would that hitting the ball with that aluminum bat sting?
Oh, man. Yeah, how much, yeah, exactly, and your hands would be frozen. I don't think my toes are supposed to be this cold, Galen. 2-1 to count.
You you gotta quit trying to get me to rub your toes. that's just not seemly for two adults. And David's rubbing his hands together and just walking.
Oh, goodness.
He went to get his microphone.
Man, oh man.
Swinging a miss. The last one 2-2. This one too far outside.
We have a full count.
Full count now at 3-2. Yeah, that may be something I'll present to Shark Tank. Maybe a foot warmer for sporting events. This one hits the net. The count remains 3-2. You think it could work, David? A little thing you like clip on the top of your shoes?
Yeah, anything other than Galen rubbing your feet. is
Yeah,
great.
exactly. I got to tell you a story. I was at I'll tell it after this pitch here. Right-handed delivery on the way. This one's going to ground over. Comore coming down. He's going to a little flip and dip over to the pitcher. And a nice little give and go there on the 3-1 for the second out. Bridget and I I got her, I guess it was for her birthday or for Christmas. This was a year or two ago.
Catcher number 21, Gabe Alvarez.
I forget where it was at, but it was like one of those pedicure places, and they do the leg massages and all that. And she's like, well, just do it with me. So I did, and I'll be honest, it was pretty relaxing. I was like, this is pretty cool. And I hear this lady go, thank you to Bridget. And then I hear this, thank you. And I had no idea it was a guy doing it the whole time. So I kind of looked at Bridget and I said, will you please let me know next time who's doing this? I'll never forget that. I was like, this is really relaxing. And then I hear this, thank you. There's going to be a base hit out to left field by the catcher, Gabe Alvarez. And he'll have a base hit there on a single. So, yeah, just make sure. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, it was relaxing, but hearing a deep voice after it, I was like, what's going on? Have a courtesy runner. So you can only have a courtesy runner for the catcher and the pitcher, right?
Yes.
So who? I don't know. I didn't see who that was out there, David.
Center fielder number 30, Bryant McDonald.
Bottom of the order, the center fielder, number 30, Bryant McDonald. He popped one up to the pitcher in the first. Georgetown trying to get him. Did he get there in time? He did. Wow, what a pick on a 1-3. It was Wyatt Childress over to none other than Comore for the third out. Nice. Beautiful job by Georgetown. And not a 1-2-3. They did allow one hit, but again, no runs on one hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through 4, folks. We move to the top of the 5th. We're tied 1 apiece. We'll keep things right here, Galen, so we don't freeze in between the commercial break.
One hit, no errors.
That was a heads-up play right there.
That was a good play.
That Cedar Park kid jumped way off that first base. Took advantage of it.
The two base umpires are out there talking at second base, and they're probably making fun of the home plate umpire who's not wearing gloves.
I tell you guys, you know, we went on here just a little bit before 2. We were about an hour into this game, 2:59 the time, and we're already at the top of the 5th. I like the way things are moving here on this cold day.
Maybe we ought to play all games with a chill factor in the 30s and or high 20s.
I think David, was the fan stand girl, was she the one in the
yes.
She looks like a Pokemon walking over here.
Is it Katie Hanna?
Yeah, Katie, she does such a great job for fan stand. I don't play many games, but somehow I got addicted to that little Pokemon Go game, and I was like, that looks like a little Pokemon.
What's the most unusual place you found a Pokemon at?
Oh, I have no idea. No idea.
You didn't find one in a cemetery or in your toilet? Or
No, we didn't. They have an augmented reality feature. I turned that off. I didn't well, now leading off for Georgetown here in the top of the 5th inning will be number 26. That's not Hunter, is it?
That is Hunter Savarese.
He wears 20. I thought he wore 25.
Well, he's wearing 26 today, so.
Left fielder number 26, Hunter Savarese.
Sometimes there's a difference between different colored uniforms.
Yeah, he normally wears 25. He's on 26 here today. Left-handed pitch on the way. Hunter going to ground this one over. The shortstop going to clop it
Great
down.
play.
And great job, and Hunter's not going to get there in time, is he?
Nope.
And it looked like his foot was off. And Brindley is pointing there. Cole is going to say the same thing next to us. And he is safe at first. His foot came off.
I would give him a base hit on that because that was a tough play.
Yeah, it was.
We had the ball. The shortstop makes the ballet, has to make a ballet move out there to field the ball.
Well, the instant replay coming soon here to SHN.
Well,
Foster was talking things over with the umpire. Now they're all three going to come in and talk this over.
And they're telling him they're sorry that they made fun of him because he wasn't wearing gloves. That's why.
I think they're trying to figure out how they get that heater over there onto the field. Well, Cole is actually going to replay it here. One of the features about having this on YouTube, it's also a live DVR. Yeah, they do call him out. So a tough play there, but give credit on the defenses. That was a big-time play after they called him out. Evan Sparks over to Ryan Fiala on a 6-3. They do call him out for the first one.
Next at the plate, right fielder number 12, Jackson Sosa.
Jackson's got his football helmet on.
Yeah, boy, he got hit twice. He leaned into him last night. Pitch on the way here to Jackson. Cross on the fastball, 0-1. I don't think he really did. You know, it's just his stance, and he was standing pretty high inside. And tonight, if you notice, he's stepping off that line quite a bit. He was a lot closer last night. Left-handed delivery here. Jackson going to hit this one out to center field. Chasing it down is going to be Brant McDonald, and he makes the play on the fly 8 for the second out.
F8, the most popular fly out of the weekend.
That's right. Second baseman number 8, Luke Seabag, now batting for the Georgetown Eagles. Luke 0 for 1 out of a 1-3 in the second. Again, 1-1 the score. Top of the 5th inning here in cold Cedar Park, Texas this afternoon. Thanks for joining us and spending your Saturday afternoon with us. Left-handed delivery on the way. A little slow changeup there, Galen. 0-1 the count. Did you call that a changeup?
It was a slow pitch of some kind, for sure. Might have been a little bit of a breaking ball.
Pitch here. Too low, downstairs. We don't have basements here, but that's where it would have went. 1-1. 1-1 the pitch. And that's called a ball, 2-1. I am, Galen. I don't want to speak for you. I'm a little delusional up here from the cold tonight. Left-handed pitch on the way. This one too close inside. We're even at 2. No, they call a ball. I'm sorry, 3-1. Got ahead of myself, Galen. Toes are frozen bad right now. Oof. 3-1 delivery. Too low, walked
That
him.
broke the streak.
And there it goes. At that point, Galen, he was 11 up and down. Was that right, or 12? 12.
12 up and down.
12 up and down until that one. And we move back to the top of the order. The catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress, 0 for 2. He was out on a fly 3 and then a fly 8 in the first and third, respectively.
Georgetown, the catcher number 20, Wyatt Childress.
Gafford's listening in this afternoon.
You know, if everybody had been really smart, everybody would have been staying home and listening.
Oh, no, that was Julia Engelman. She said that's the Gafford family with the heater. Very smart. It is smart, yeah. So that's Wesley Gafford's family down there. David, when you get a moment, tell them hello for us. Are you feeling any warmth coming up from under that blanket? The heater's off. It got turned off.
No, it's still a little chilly out here.
How's your toes, man? Mine are frozen.
Yeah, my toes are fine. It's the fingertips, controlling the camera down here.
Oh, man.
I keep trying to.
I've got an extra pair of garden gloves in the glove compartment of the car. If you,
I'm gonna get Nathan to come down here in a minute. He's just sitting on a bench, having fun, smiling, enjoying the ball game.
Want to know the count here on Childress. 2 outs. Again, nobody, or 1 on for Georgetown on first base. Tied 1 apiece here in the top of the 5th inning. Gafford trying to advance the runner into scoring position. Again, 2 outs.
this is Childress, not Gafford.
Childress, what did I say?
Gafford. I think. I'm getting delusional too.
Yeah, sorry. Well, that'll be the end of my SHN tenure. Uh-oh, the windscreen got off again, Galen. Hold on 1 second. I'll let you call this one, Galen. It's so cold that thing keeps coming off of the microphone. There you go. I'll get back on it here. Left-handed delivery. Childress gonna pop this one up over to left field, going down, and it will be a base hit.
Off the wall.
Georgetown should be able to come around and score. Wow, what a job by Wyatt Childress. He's going to come to third. Georgetown's going to score at the home plate, and Childress takes a dive to 3. Give him the triple RBI for Wyatt Childress, and Georgetown leads 2-1.
Okay, there on that play, clarify a little bit in baseball terms. That could be ruled if you were playing professional baseball. That could be ruled a double. That could be ruled a double when you advance to third on the throw. But I imagine he'll be given a triple.
We'll give him one. Well, Luke Seaback going to come around and score on that RBI, and a triple by Wyatt Childress.
I tell you what, he got that up in the air, and I think it kind of with a good poke, and it kind of rode the wind. I think out there too. But it got to the wall.
Yeah, the whole front of his uniform's covered in dirt.
You didn't know he was sending it home with you to wash tonight.
Yeah.
Well, Galen, he did take off before that. We'll call it a double.
No, I'd call it a triple.
You'll call it a triple? You'll keep it there?
Yeah.
Because he did take off after that throw. Pitch on the way here. Too low on the pitch to the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. The count 1-0 here on Copo. Cole tonight 0 for 2.
In an official score in pro ball, that would be the determining factor if he left second after the throw in.
Well, that was a great play, Wyatt. We talked about it earlier, how he just had to find his groove, and doing it right there, big-time play for Wyatt Childress and giving his team the 2-1 lead. 1-1 the count here, 2 outs. Georgetown leads 2-1 in the top of the 5th. Left-handed pitch on the way, and going to be called a ball. 2-1.
They're having too much fun over at the Emporium of.
Well, this over here, David has the microphone on top of the opening there. That's the Georgetown dugout. That's the Georgetown dugout, Galen.
I was saying lacrosse is usually a kind of a staid crowd more than a bullpen or a dugout.
3-1 count, 2 outs here. Pitch on the way, and Copo's going to walk.
That's three straight batters reaching base.
Does Childress have a courtesy runner in? I didn't catch that. He does.
Must be Jared. I bet it's Jared Ross.
It is. It's number 10, Jared Ross. Yep. Left-handed hitter, number 23. Is that Colmore?
Yeah.
That is Cole.
David, when you held your hands up, why are they frostbite red?
Oh, man. Pitch on the way. Cole's going to ground this one off the first base side. Bounces onto the rock behind him, and the count at 0-1. Whew. Glad I didn't wear my black slacks. I was going to wear the dress slacks, and those things are thin as paper, man. 0-1 count.
0-2.
Yeah, it's 0-2 now. Yeah, I tried on some jeans that I swear I wore them last month, and they couldn't fit into them earlier. Had to dig in the back of the closet and pull these out.
I'll tell you what, if you could have got 2 pairs of jeans on, it probably wouldn't have hurt today.
Yeah, no joke. Guess it's all these baseball games and the Whataburger afterwards taking its toll. Pitch on the way here. Georgetown going to try to steal over to second. Now the base runner on third is going to try to advance. They're going to play a little hopscotch back and forth they go. And runner is going to be safe. But the runner on second, he may not get out of there. Now Georgetown's going to come around and try to score at home. And they do a little trickeration. Did he get there in time?
He did.
He did. So the runner makes it in time at third base, and Georgetown leads 3-1. A little trickeration nation going on this afternoon here at Georgetown High School. Coming in to score that one was Wyatt Childress. And how was Posey out? There's a lot of balls being thrown around.
He would have to score because he scored before the out at third.
Childress is the one that came in and scored, so Cole.
Posey was the one that made the out.
Yeah, where was he out at? What was that on?
He was out at third. He was out at third base.
He was tagged there at third?
Yeah. I'm not going to worry about all the assists.
Yeah. That's going to be a lot to keep up with. Well, Galen, and Cole Moore, will he be back up to bat?
Yes, he will. We've got 3 runs out of 2 hits in this game, so.
Well, 2 runs on
1 hit.
1 hit in that inning. No errors and 1 left on. No left on.
No left on.
2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, no one left on. Georgetown leads 3-1. We're through 4.5. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Here on a cold, blustery April day. My birthday's tomorrow, Galen, and I remember one year it snow flurried on my birthday. I thought it was going to happen again, but it's a day short and it's not going to flurry here. This is where you wish that we had that awesome camera angle.
But this is at their ballpark. It's not at theirs.
Yeah, but at ours, Georgetown used to get up, get down. See, there's a couple of Georgetown fans getting us into it up here tonight. We see that at Georgetown High School quite a bit. A lot of fun. Leading off, we move back to the top of the order here. It will be, no, I'm sorry, we're at the bottom still. Galen, we're still at the bottom of the order.
Yeah. Strike.
He was left out there, I guess, a while ago, right?
Rob, yes.
I'm seeing a little bit of activity in the Cedar Park bullpen.
Are they building a fire down there? Or are they, when they say they're warming up, are they building a fire down there, or are they actually warming a pitcher up?
I think they're warming up number 5 for Cedar Park, number 5.
McDonald, the count here 0-2. Pitch on the way. One and 2 the count now. Next pitch was a ball, 1-2.
Yeah, well, curved right in there.
Yeah, got him looking. Beautiful curveball by Grant Wood, and the first out. Move up to the top here. It'll be the second baseman, number 22, Ryder Hernandez. Ryder tonight 0 for 2, out on a 5-3 in the first and a 6-3 in the third. Galen, is it getting warmer or colder?
It's getting colder.
Oh, goodness. Whew. Right-handed pitch on the way to the hitter. This is going to be a base hit out of the reach of the glove of the third baseman, Jeffrey David. Hunter Savarese gets under it, but that was a beautiful hit out to left field on the ground. And Hernandez will get the hit there for the Cedar Park Timberwolves.
I think food's back in the conversation because I think Nathan mentioned barbecue a minute ago. Actually, he saw the Smoky Moe's when he was coming into town in the Cedar Park here, out by the ballpark.
Well, that was the 6th hit moments ago for Cedar Park. They've only scored 1 run on those 6 hits tonight. Second in the order, the right fielder, number 20, Austin Hewitt. Hewitt is 1 for 1. Had a hit, was left stranded in the first on third. Had a walk, reach on a walk in the third, eventually able to come around and score. The count here, 1-0, 1 out, and 1 on first for Cedar Park. Trailing 3-1 here on their home field in the bottom of the 5th inning. Count 1-0 again on Ryder Hernandez. And this one's going to hit foul off the fence on the first base side. The count at 1-1 even.
They're fouling a lot of balls off to the right. They're showing no respect for that wind blowing to left field. They're fouling a lot off the right.
I asked Cole if he'd rub my feet. He said no. He's cousin, you know. Man, come on, dude.
I've heard about that, and I'm not going to say anything more.
Cole's my cousin. He looks at me and goes, what the? I'm going to do that, man. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Pitch on the way, and it's going to be too low, 2-1.
And the wind picks up again, wanting to show us who's boss.
2-1 delivery. This one's going to hit foul way over the fence off that first base side again. The count now at 2-2, 1 out.
David's picking up the microphone.
Sounds like Coach over here calling for attack the field. He wanted a ground ball.
Two delivery. Too far out. 3-2, full count. Great job behind there. Wyatt Childress able to stop that one as it got away from him. Heard one of the fans say that as well. It was a good stop by Wyatt because that could have got away easily. Little countdown on the board. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Payoff pitch upcoming here for Grant Wood trying to pick on a 1-3. Georgetown got one of those earlier, Galen. This time the runner's safe back at first again on 1 out.
The coach calling for ground ball. A ground ball, a short or second would be perfect to start a double play.
Pitch here too close on the inside and walked him. Coach Foster going to come into the mound and talk things over here. The little guy out there, the ball boy for Cedar Park. That's a cool little dude out there wearing the neon green jersey. Did you see that, Galen?
Yeah. And here we got a left-hander coming into the mound.
Number 17.
So Grant Wood. And a great start here. Noah Thompson will take over on the mound for the Georgetown Eagles as Grant Wood goes through a little over 5 innings here in this ball game. So again, 17 on the mound, Noah Thompson for the Georgetown Eagles. And Galen, I'll let you get Noah's. I think you have Noah's. Did I take them from you?
No, we've each got a copy.
Okay, you've got Noah's stats over there too. I'll let you talk about him when we get to it here in a few moments. So again, a summary here, bottom of the 5th inning. Georgetown leads 3-1, 3-1. 1 out on the board. Cedar Park at bat here in the bottom of the 5th. But the Timberwolves now have 2 on base, so they've got their tying run at first. And the lead runner, Ryan Fiala, first baseman, number 15, third in the order, will be up to bat.
Mr. Thompson has pitched 11 2/3 innings. He's got a 2-0 record. He's struck out 9, walked 6, and has a 2.40 Ernie. And somebody else is loosening up in the bullpen. Either that or they're just running semi-wind sprints down there, or hops, or playing doing the bunny hop down in the bullpen. One of the two.
I don't know, whatever they're doing, I need to be joining them, man. My feet are frozen up here, Galen.
Well, just go out on the field there and run a couple 50s.
Well, we got the wind block behind us with the sign that Cole put up, but there's wind that's shooting under this row up here.
It's coming under the press box because the press box is elevated, not solid.
Yeah, I'm about to tape up a hole back here. Again, the left-handed hitter now, Ryan Fiala for Cedar Park. This one too high and inside. Has to duck his head out of the way. The count 1-0. Again, 1-0, one out, one runner on first.
Greeting with a little chin music there.
And also a runner on second. Noah Thompson on the mound. The left-handed pitch slings it. Swing and a miss. 1-1 even count. Now we have some folks from Cedar Park watching our stream tonight. We appreciate the Cedar Park Timberwolves as well. I know that they have their own fine broadcast crew as well, but some of the folks tuning in for our multiple camera angles. So again, we welcome in the Cedar Park Timberwolves broadcast. Welcome in the folks listening and watching this afternoon from Cedar Park as well. Well, Brad Cohn calls a lot of the Cedar Park games. I didn't see him here today.
He called in sick is what I heard.
Okay. And we always think a lot of Brad. He does a great job here at Cedar
And you got to
Park,
admit
so.
it, both you and I thought that when we thought of that when we got up this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I was like, I hope they cancel. 2-1 the count here, one out. But no, Brad has done a tremendous job for many years here at Cedar Park. So if Brad's at home listening or watching, I just want to say a special hello and a shout out to Brad Cohn and the fine work that he does here at Cedar Park. That pitch up over the fence. That one will go foul. 2-2 the count on Ryan Fiala. Actually kind of worried at how cold my toes are, Galen. I mean, they're tingling. Are yours cold? Cole's looking at me like, yeah.
There's several emergency ER rooms between here and
2-2, and he got him swinging, Galen, for the second out.
I missed that in my concern for your toes.
I appreciate it. I bumped Cole here with my elbow. I was excited. Yeah, he said he couldn't feel it. David?
That just looked like a way off-speed pitch or something. Like the ball went by and he swung his bat after the ball went by.
I can't believe it. There might be some fans leaving.
Pitch here on the way. Too high for Evan Sparks, the shortstop, number 11. He is 0 for 1. Reached on a walk in the first, left there as part of those 3 left on base in the first. Then also had that sac fly out to left field in the third for the second out. 1-0 the count here, 2 outs. Runners on 1 and 2. Pitch too far outside. The count at 2-0 for Noah Thompson.
It'd probably almost nice to have some sparks here, but we wouldn't want him to have some offensive sparks right here, I don't think.
I think Childress really wanted to throw it down to first base to get that guy out, but I think that runner on second kept him from doing it.
Sorry about that little glitch in the screen. Cole saying his fingers are too numb now on the video switcher. 3-0 the count here. 3 balls thrown in a row here. And
I think it might be Grimes down in the bullpen because we got a side armor throwing in the bullpen for us.
Thompson, left-handed, too far out, walked him. Bases loaded now for Cedar Park. So that'll put Sparks on 1. Hewitt will move over to 2. Hernandez on 3. 2 outs. Georgetown leads 3-1. Bases loaded, though. The tying run there at second, the lead runner at first, and then you've got your +1 at the plate right now. Number 14, the third baseman, number 14, Noah Nathan pitch. And again, the music cut out his name.
Well, the umpire says my hands are really cold now, so let's break up this talk. And here comes Foster. He's got his hands behind his back in his gloves.
They're asking, did the lightning meter go off? No, I'm just kidding.
No, but the 27 wind chill meter just went off.
Yeah. You know, this morning at 11:08, Bridget thought I was crazy. I heard this tornado siren.
That's when we test them most places.
I never heard it. It's usually it was
Number
Wednesday.
3's coming in, number 3.
So we got a new pitcher now, number 3 for the Georgetown Eagles. That's going to take the mound here, Galen. And for Georgetown, that's going to be Brooks Hancock, the junior, the right-handed pitcher for the Georgetown Eagles. So again, Brooks Hancock now taking the mound for Georgetown.
Rob, do you get a sense that they'll do what they need to do as far as pitching today to get this win?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Georgetown, surprisingly, and I'll be honest, of course, we're biased to Georgetown. We broadcast for them, but we always, we keep things neutral sometimes, but we do lean a little more towards Georgetown. That's just the nature of the broadcast of how we do it here at Georgetown. But, just in all seriousness, I thought really coming into that Rouse series that it would be split 1-1. And you think about it, David, and it really shows how Georgetown has matured. And I keep talking about it. Since Bastrop and Elgin, Georgetown has really found a rhythm and a groove, and this team is a night and day difference from early on in district play. Now, they do have that 10-0 record here in 19-5A, and they definitely don't want to see a loss here on Cedar Park's home field this afternoon. But you got to talk about the growth of Georgetown early on in this season. David, it's been pretty tremendous.
Yeah, their hitting has been really good. They've been just getting on base really well, and then their infield defense has been.
And Galen, I know we've seen that as well. You know, things early on for Georgetown, but they've really started to find.
But
that
you go back and look at the 3 tournaments they played in. Most of the teams they played in the 3 tournaments were 6A, good 6A teams, or excellent 5A teams. So you know you play those tough teams early, and you're not surprised by what you see in district.
Pitch on the way outside here for Nathan Pitch, and
I'll tell you what, he's going to be on a short. He's going to be on a short leash out here on the mound because Grimes is throwing an earnest down in the bullpen.
Hewitt reached on a walk as well, correct?
Yeah.
Next pitch on the way. That one's a ball. Brooks Hancock trying to find some rhythm here early. 2 pitches through, 2-0 the count. Kicks up the right-handed delivery. This one on the fastball, right across the plate for a strike, 2-1. 2-1, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. This one curves too far out. Way up high, 3-1.
We're 1 pitch away from it being a 3-2 ball game.
Yep. Again, bases loaded for Cedar Park. Not the time that you want to see a hit here. Pitch coming, grounds over, foul, 3-2.
I'm surprised to see that because most of the time you don't see a hitter having the go-ahead to go ahead and swing on a 3-1 pitch with the bases loaded.
Payoff pitch. This one going to be hit up. It's going to sell over, and that's going to be a base hit, and that's going to bring in 2 runs for Cedar Park. Georgetown quickly trying to get there. Did he tag him in time? No, he's safe. Did they score 2 or 1, Galen? They brought in 2. That's a tie ball game. Coming around to score, Hernandez with the first one. Hewitt coming in scoring, and Sparks will go to 3, and we're tied up now with 3 apiece.
Next batter, designated hitter number 7, Max Sexton.
So again, Sparks now on 3. And Pitch is in the corner after that hit, bringing in 2 RBIs. 6th of the order, number 17, Max Sexton, 0 for 2.
People are beginning to head for the door, I believe. Or either that or they're just getting up to move around.
Ground over to Copo, 6-3, trying to get the 3rd out, and he does. So Cole Posey doing the work again as we move to the top of the 6th inning. We move to the top of the 6th.
And each team now has 6 outs to do something.
We're tied up 3 apiece. Galen will quickly go over the finals there in that bottom of the 5. 2 runs scored on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on.
Right.
Again, the score, 3-3. We're tied up here at Cedar Park High School. Nobody wanting overtime.
David's coming up here. He's approaching the bench.
He's going to get on the mic. May I have your attention, please? I think David he's got to get rolling. He's got to do some things this evening at the Right On Center for Kids. So going to be a good event there. We appreciate David. Thank you for your help coming out here and freezing with us. Oh, his hands are cold. Oh, man. No. Goodness. I just shook David's hand telling him thanks for your work today. David's got to leave early because he's helping out the tremendous folks over at the Right On Center for Kids. He'll be at that event this evening, their annual rock barn dance going on, and this is going to be the coldest rock barn dance that I can think of. And boy, that's tough because they do this barn dance. It's for the Therapeutic Horse Riding Center, Galen. They do the barn dance outside, and it's at night. So David may come back even triple frozen. David, you know the barn dance is outside, right? You know the barn dance is outside. Leading off here for Georgetown, we go back to Cole Moore. And the pitch on the way here to Cole Moore, and too far out, 1 ball, no strikes. Left-handed pitch. This one clips the corner for a strike, 1-1.
We have the one thing right now we don't want. We have a tied ball game late in the game.
Again, we may just have to just leave the cameras and just go to our cars.
Who's anybody going to run the camera down there?
1-1. The count. Left-handed pitch. Too far outside. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Again, we're tied 3 apiece. Both teams scoring 2 runs in that 5th inning.
Nathan moving into the controls, to the engineering controls. I thought he'd frozen to his seat down there, but he was able to move.
Next pitch, a ball too low, 3-1 for Cole Moore. Going to hit this one over to right field. A base hit for Cole Moore. Georgetown needed it. Cole Moore got it for him there on first. And another base hit for the Georgetown Eagles. We move to the cleanup, the center fielder number 6, Ryan Neitch, now batting for the Georgetown Eagles. Ryan tonight is 1 for 2, had a hit, then a stolen base over to second in the first, was left stranded, then out on a 5-3 in the fourth for the first out. Right-handed pitch on the way, left-handed pitch rather. Got him across on the fastball for a strike.
The most valuable player tonight will be the manager of the winter apparel department at Academy Sporting Goods. That's my vote.
Well, you can't give them prizes in UIL, but
yeah,
we're just joking. Maybe we can win it, though, Galen. Pitch in. Georgetown going to try to steal over to second. He got there in time.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to get over to third there, but he only going to steal to second. He'll reach to third on the error, right, Galen?
Yeah.
So Cole Moore will reach to second. You give him the stolen base to 2, right?
Yeah.
And then give him the third on an E. And that was an error out there on the shortstop, an E6? Or was that on the second baseman?
I forget who covered. I didn't actually.
Yeah. It was an error out there, either the shortstop or the second.
Or the person who made the throw.
Now they come in here.
Yeah, trying to cut the run down at the plate.
Yeah, Ryan Neitch 1-1. And he's going to take time and step back.
Time to put one through any of the gaps.
Here on the 1-1, pitch on the way. This one's going to pop up into the air. And selling down towards, and not able to get on it. Georgetown's going to come in and score a run. That's way worse. Just keep moving it. Hold on. No. It needs to go down there. Put it, Nathan, on the. Yeah, right. Yeah, try right there. So Georgetown able to score a run there, and sorry, I was trying to get our FM transmitter adjusted. There's a lot of feedback coming off of it. I don't think it's coming through the stream. So coming around to score there, Galen, that was Cole Moore?
Yes.
And that was an error on?
The left fielder.
So an E7?
He had it in his glove.
And then Neitch got over to second on that error, correct?
Oh, yes.
Pitch on the way here to Jeffrey David is going to be a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Count here 4-3.
Where did you end up parking? How far do we have to take the equipment after the game?
We won't talk about it, Galen.
You parked at Vista Ridge High School after you unloaded. I really enjoyed working with the Leander School District for years, and I'm going to be sorry to see him go out of the district next year in everything but football.
2-0 the count here, and the next one is a ball as well, 3-0.
I believe they have may have somebody again in the bullpen. Got a strike in there. It's now 3-1. Pop up to the shortstop, into the outfield, kind of another one of those three-man scrambles out there. That's a tough. That's a tough play, and you out there the last two plays, and that wind is playing games with you.
Where'd that one go? Out to left field?
It went very short left. The shortstop ended up making the play on it.
On a fly 6?
Yeah, the left fielder came in, third baseman went out, shortstop went out, had a better angle on it.
Boy, it is
getting
winder now. A stolen base there by Ryan Neitch over to third. Give him the stolen, right?
Yep.
That's one thing Georgetown
That's his 18th stolen. That's his team leading 18th stolen base.
4-3 the lead. Top of the 6th, Georgetown leads. 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes here on Wesley Dixon. On the pitch on the way across on a fastball, 1-1. Ryan Neitch out there at third.
Let's get him in.
Pitch here. Too far inside. Cole, how you doing down there, man? He can't hear us? Can you hear us, Cole? No, he's got a microphone in front of him he can talk on.
Did you call him Cole or Cole down there? Which one?
Cole. You can hear us, right, Cole? You give me a thumbs up if you hear me? How do you know that I'm talking to you? 3-1. This one's going to pop out to left field, try to get under it, making the play there. That's going to advance on the sac fly for a run. So a great job there as Ryan Goodnight coming in to score the run for Georgetown. Wesley Dixon on a sac fly over to none other than left field, Galen, for the second out.
Next to play left fielder number 26, Hunter Savarese.
Left field is a place to watch in this inning.
Now Georgetown scoring 2 runs just like they did in the 5th here. 2 outs. Nobody on now. Hunter Savarese at bat for the Georgetown Eagles. He is 0 for 2. Popped one up to center field in the 2nd, then out of 6-3 in the 5th for the first out. Pitch on the way too high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Right now, Mr. Harvey, I believe it is, just doesn't have the command that he had earlier in the game.
Pitch here. Too low, ground 2-0. Yeah, Harvey's still out there on the mound for the T-Wolves. Galen, I may go home and take some NyQuil, man. Pitch here. Too low inside. 3-0.
I'm going to eat supper on the way home, but I'm not going to pick the restaurant by the menu or the type of food. I'm going to pick it by who has the best heater.
Cooper Bell, the Georgetown quarterback in the house. Also Jackson Champion down there sitting next to him. Good to see Coop out here at the game, and he walked him there 4-0.
There's a 90.1 is a church service today. We're not on 90.1.
Yeah, we'll need to switch it so you can't hear us out there. Can you hear us right now?
He can hear you now. You're standing right in front of him.
So, Cole, go to like 90.3. Oh, that's why. It got unplugged. No wonder why it quit buzzing. I was wondering. I said, man, my radio quit buzzing. That was nice.
We were talking about the pitching, and we've got a
Yeah.
And we've got a.
Hey, Cole, can you move this real quick for us? Set it. I'm trying to. There's back feet on it. If you can move it back down in front of you, and let's see if it goes away there. Yeah, it's even. Yeah, move it. Go ahead and move it back up, Cole. Move it back up here. I can still hear it here if you don't mind. There you go. Yeah, right there. We're good. Thank you, Cole.
Number 5 has come in to pitch here, and you have our only roster for them.
That's right. Well, yeah, I was wondering. I said, wow, it quit buzzing. It's because it came unplugged.
Well, you know, Nathan's a good problem solver. He heard you saying that it was buzzing, so he just unplugged it. He knew how to solve the
He
problem.
said, off. Well, hey, folks, if you're out there listening, we'd love to hear from you. The SHN fan line is open. Feel free to send us a text message to 512-522-9105. Again, that's the SHN Sports fan line. Send us a text. Let us know how we're sounding out there. We'd love to hear from you. And if you've got a shout-out for anybody on the Georgetown team or the Cedar Park team, feel free to send a shout-out. We'll be more than happy to say that over the air here. Again, 512-522-9105.
And the fourth person who sends us the 4th email, we'll send you a sample of the weather.
That's right, yeah. Goodness. Thanks for joining us. You're probably at home in your nice warm houses. You may even have your fireplaces going. We're outside. Nathan's going to NASCAR. I hope he doesn't get sick out here.
Next batter, right fielder, number 12, Jackson
Sosen. Well, Jackson's had a hat trick on having his name mispronounced today so far. So
Jackson Siosen.
By the PA announcer.
0 for 2, is that correct, Galen, here in this ballgame?
He has struck out and flied out to center.
That's right.
The most popular out of the weekend.
Pitch here, he's going to ground this one over to the second baseman and tag out unassisted. We'll get
4U and a fielder's choice.
Yep, Savarese going to be out on the 4U. FC and Siosen.
2 runs on 1 hit. I'll say one.
So Siosen was out on that?
Yeah. No, it's fielder's choice.
So Georgetown scoring 2 runs.
1 hit.
1 hit, 2 errors. Right?
Yeah.
And 1 left on.
Right. I'll tell you what, we've been economical. We scored 5 runs on 3 hits.
Well, we moved to the bottom of the 6th inning. Goodness, my fingers are frozen, Galen. I cannot believe how cold it is. Nathan told me it was miserable when he got out here, and I said, nah, I honestly, I'm not kidding you. I had the AC in the car going. I'm not making this up. I'm usually like really hot natured. I had the AC in the car going. I had the AC seats going. And then as soon as I stepped out, I said, forget all this, man. It's way too cold. The song says, I'm looking for some touch. I'm looking for some warmth, man. I'm looking for a heater, Galen.
I don't know why, but I had my heating seats on and the heater turned on full blast on the way here.
Cole Smith down there operating the camera now. Cole? Yeah, I've got my little Kia's got a heated steering wheel. I can't wait to turn that on when I get in it.
I've never heard of that.
I didn't know they had them either, man. I just saw a button next to my steering wheel, and it had the little smoke marks. I was like, does this mean your steering wheel's on fire? And I pushed it, and the steering wheel heats up.
Left fielder, number 12, Clayton Johnson.
Left fielder, Clayton Johnson. Pitch on the way to Johnson here. Still on the mound for Georgetown is Brooks Hancock. The first pitch on the way, a ball, 1-0 the count. Next pitch, too high and inside, 2-0. Galen, you lost your windscreen again. I can't get it on, man. It's too cold.
2-1.
Got him on a strike there on the fastball, 2-1. This one going to hit over left field, chasing it down, Hunter Savarese, and he's got it off the left hand of his glove. Nice little fly 7 out there for the first out. We've seen another one popped out there, Galen.
Yep. If there's anybody here that thinks it's gotten warmer during the course of the afternoon, we'd like to sell them a bridge in Arizona.
Something.
The Brooklyn Bridge is for sale cheap.
At bat, the catcher, number 21, Gabe Alvarez, inchwormed his way around that one for a ball 1-0.
I think it works on you. It's kind of a cumulative effect, the cold.
Nathan didn't bring a, should have brought a beanie, man. I found one at Home Depot on the clearance rack for $5, but it was neon green. 2-0 count. Pitch on the way, grounds this one foul. 2-1 now. 2-1, 1 out. Georgetown leads 5-3 here in the bottom of the 6th in Cedar Park, Texas. Thanks for joining us. Rob Hipp, Galen Wellnicki, Nathan Heitnow, our technical director, and Cole Smith on our field cam. We appreciate all of our SHN family for braving the cold.
They ought to be having the drawing here for the hypothermia kit here pretty soon at the stadium.
I really don't want to joke about that because I'm worried about my toes right now. I mean, my toes are literally hurting.
Mine
I can still
too.
feel them. I guess once you can't feel them, that's when you need to worry, right, Galen?
Yeah.
2-2 here. Got him looking for the third strike and the second out. Two outs here. We move to the bottom of the order. Number 30, Brant McDonald, the center fielder for Cedar Park. He is 0 for 2. Popped one way up in the air. The pitcher caught it in the second, and then out of a strikeout swinging in the 5th. First pitch on the way is going to be a strike right across the plate. No balls, 1 strike.
Do they have CPR for your hands and your feet? That's a big question right now.
It was a good idea, Cole, putting this here, and boy, that one, I'm not sure what happened. Did a little flip move down there. What was that?
Did he swing at it? Or?
It's 1-1. It was a ball. I've never seen that before. I guess he's trying to stay warm.
Got his pants dirty.
1-1, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. This one across the plate on a fastball. 1-2. Brooks Hancock doing a job here. The right-handed pitch. This one's going to ground over to none other than Cole Poe. Gets under it. 6-3 action. Got him in time again. Cole Posey to Comort. And that's another 6-3 for the third out. 3 up, 3 down. Beautiful pitching that time by Brooks Hancock as we move to the top of the 7th inning. And we'll keep things right here. Galen, Georgetown leads 5-3. Cole, are you staying warm down there or is it a little cold down there, cuz? How you doing now?
I actually think it's warmer down here.
Really?
And, yeah, because you're not sitting on that cold bench up there.
Yeah, makes sense.
The metal just conducts the weather.
Cole, we're going to have to get you to call some games, man. You haven't heard you on the microphone before, man. You got a little radio voice to you. We'll get you up on one of these games, Cole, one of these days.
Maybe it runs in the family, huh?
Did we ever figure out who number 5 was that's pitching for them?
For Cedar Park?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well,
We don't have a Cedar Park roster in there.
I was about to say, obviously, for Cedar Park. Did we find out who number 5 for Cedar Creek was?
We can probably do that because I think I have a roster for them, but not for.
Hey, Christy Foster, Coach Foster's wife, listening in. We appreciate you, Christy. She's saying, shouting out to all the parents on this chilly April day. She says a big old shout out to my main squeeze, Coach Foster. She said she'll keep the fire burning at home for you. Thanks for all y'all do. Great broadcasting today. Well, Ms. Foster, Christy, we appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. And we sincerely appreciate your husband, Coach Foster, and how easy he makes our job to be. Just to be honest, you know, the Georgetown staff, we always say how blessed we are to be surrounded by a lot of good folks in Georgetown. And again, Coach Foster, as well as Coach Brindley and all the Georgetown staff, we sincerely appreciate them as well. Thank you, Christy, for listening in. Bottom of the order now, leading off here in the top of the 7th, Luke Seaback for Georgetown. And the early pitch will go his way, and it's a strike 0-1.
My first view of Coach Foster today was when I pulled in looking for a parking place. He was out in front of the bus, bending over the front tires, looking for some kind of mechanical malfunction with the bus.
Oh.
He said he smelt the brakes on the bus. So I don't.
Swing and a miss here, 1-2 the count. Honestly, it could be turned on the heater. The heater, you get that.
Heater was overworn.
No, you get that burning smell when you first turn the heater on if it hasn't been ran in a while. 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss. Got him here swinging for the first out. Top of the order, we go back to the catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress. Wyatt this evening is 1 for 3, but the big one coming, and right now, in my opinion, he's made his case for SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle Player of the Game as he got things started for Georgetown coming in the 5th inning and tying that up for Georgetown, Galen.
He got his second triple of the year.
Yep. Pitch on the way to Wyatt, and this one hits him.
And that did it, getting hit by a pitch on a cold day like today.
Well, none of the opposing fans here saying he leaned into it today. He definitely didn't lean into that one.
I think you would lean away from it today. At least this guy's not throwing hard enough to really ding you too bad.
Next batter for Georgetown, shortstop number 5, Cole Posey.
Cole Posey at bat now for the Georgetown Eagles. Cedar Park catcher going to make his way up to the mound to talk things over. That's Gabe Alvarez there talking things over with Travis Harvey. Harvey's pitched this entire game.
No, it's not. This is a relief pitcher, number 5. He came in the middle of the last inning.
I beg your pardon. That's right. Thank you. I'm sorry, Galen.
He's not on the roster.
That's right. You keep telling me that. What is that, the 4th time you've asked me now? Trying to pick him on a 1-3, base runner safe for Georgetown at first. Out there is Childress, who was hit by that pitch moments ago. Again, Georgetown leads here 5-3, top of the 7th inning here at Cedar Park High School. 1 out, 1 on for Georgetown. Pitcher on the mound, a right-handed pitcher, slings one from the sidearm. Georgetown going to try to steal the base, and he dives and gets there in time. Stolen base for Wyatt Childress, and Georgetown doing work tonight, getting back to their ways that we're used to of stolen bases.
I think they found a little hitch or something in Mr. Alvarez's throws down the second. Because the plays really haven't been that close.
It's Brooks Raby on the mound. Number 5 is Brooks Raby.
Ooh,
this one is going to hit over. A base hit to left field. That's going to be a double for Georgetown. Great job there by Cole Posey on the double, and one's going to come in and score. So Childress will come around and score. Give the double RBI to Cole Posey.
Yeah, Childress has scored twice now, too.
Georgetown extends their lead now 6.
They got 6-4. Is that correct?
I thought it was 6-3. I don't know where the 4 came from.
Yeah, the score's 6-3.
Yeah, they've got 1. They put the 1 up there accidentally for Cedar Park in the bottom of the 7th.
They did not score in the bottom of the 7th, I don't believe. No, it was in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, in the bottom of the 7th. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't even got to the bottom of the 7th yet.
It's a forecast.
Pitch on the way here to Cole Moore. It's going to be a ball. 1-0 the early count here for Cole Moore. Cole having a fantastic game as well. He scored 2 runs for Georgetown. He is 2 for 3. Scored in the first, also the 6th. Popped one up to left field in the 3rd. Next pitch on the way, a ball as well. 2-0 the count now for Cole Moore. So Brooks Raby on the mound for Cedar Park. Second pitcher we've seen this afternoon. Slings it from that right arm. This one, was that a strike there? No, it was a ball. That one too far out again. So 3-0 the early count. Cole Moore patiently waiting, got his options here. Again, Georgetown base runner on second, Childress. This one too far out. And now base runners on 1 and 2 for Georgetown after Cole Moore will walk.
You know, they may have Gene Dixon up there running the scoreboard right now with that extra run predicted run in the 7th.
Hey, I'm fine with it because that means it would be end of game.
Yeah.
Number 6, Ryan Knight.
Ryan Knight's the center fielder. Clean up position for the Georgetown Eagles. I think Galen, this is popping off whenever I think you rub. So I don't know what it is.
I wipe my nose, I think, because my nose is running in the cold weather. To be perfectly honest,
Mine is too, man.
We're sorry to inflict our biological problems on the
Ryan Knight places this bunt beautifully,
Base
and the
hit.
bases are loaded. Base hit for the Georgetown Eagles. When you go for that bunt, you've got to place it right if you want to get on base. A lot of times just going for the sack, and that time Ryan Knight's a little bonus, and the base is loaded now for Georgetown. 1 out here. Runners on 1, 2, and 3. The Eagles lead 6-3 here in
Oh, they've corrected the scoreboard.
top of the
now.
7th.
Now they put 4 runs up for in the bottom of the 7th for. They're predicting the runs that they need to tie.
So a base hit for Knight. And runners on 1, 2, and 3. This one's going to pop over. Slings. Georgetown going to try to get in time, and he's not there.
He didn't. Yeah, that's right. It's a force.
So Posey will be out there
5-2.
on a 5-2 to the catcher as he was trying to come in home.
the field
He
is
had to
showing.
go. Yeah, he had to go on the force, and so that will move Cole Moore over to third, Knight over to second, and Jeffrey David will sit at first. And
Now they got the total at 6-3, but they got 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th.
and we move down to the designated hitter. Oh no, it's Logan Drake now, number 13, Logan Drake.
Yeah, they switched the.
Pitch on the way to Drake, we call him the hitting sensation this season. Logan Drake, after last night, Galen, this is his 32nd at-bat, 15 hits, 10 RBIs, but he's hitting .484. Not a bad season at all for the Drake man. The hitting sensation.
They corrected it now, but we haven't even got to the bottom of the 7th.
1-0 count. Logan going to hit this one over to the right power alley. A base hit again, Logan Drake. And 2 are going to come in and score for Georgetown. Logan Drake, the hitting sensation continues for this young man this season. So Cole Moore going to come around and score. I believe Ryan Knight as well.
Yes.
Jeffrey David will go to 3, and runners on the corners now after the hitting sensation Logan Drake able to get there. So runners on 1 and 3. Georgetown extends the lead 8-3.
This is mussing up their 10-run yield coming into this game for the district race. They've scored almost twice as many runs in this game as they've given up in all their previous.
Now batting the left fielder, number 25, Hunter Savarese. He's actually wearing 26 today, though. Hunter, the right-handed hitter, stands with his feet stranded in the box. Pitch on the way here. Too far out. The count 1-1, Galen?
Yeah.
It's late getting up there on the board.
Well, they appealed. They thought they might have went around on that one.
Hunter 0 for 3 out on a fly 8th and a 6-3, and then unassisted in the 6th. This one's going to pop up into the air, and the catcher going to try to get under it before the fence, and not able to get there in time, or by the net, rather. The count will be 1-2 for Hunter Savarese.
Savarese.
Well, one thing about broadcasting is when you got these headsets on, it keeps your ears warm.
Yeah, I know it.
Nathan's looking at me. She's like, I don't have one.
I didn't need to bring my hoodie after all.
Over here warming up Nathan's back for him. Pitch on the way. This one's going to hit foul over the fence, or actually right up on the net again, and drops down. The count remains 1-2, 2 outs.
Because of the gang intimation of hoodies, a certain high school in the town I live in has a rule that you can't wear hoodies to athletic events. And indoor athletic events and have the hood up. And I saw him try to eject a 60-year-old woman a couple years ago because she had a hoodie on, and it was freezing in the gym.
Wild pitch here, Georgetown, Logan Drake, and he got there. Little mess up on the field, a little trickeration again, and Georgetown able to come around and score. This time it's going to be Jeffrey David.
And it's just a plain old stolen base. You can't have really can't too much of a mental error.
And so that'll be Logan Drake with the stolen base.
Now, you could have a mental error if the ball was hit to the outfield and the outfielder ran the opposite way. That would be an error.
Count Georgetown 9-3. This one out of the reach of the glove, and Georgetown again going to come around and score. And this one, Hunter Savarese going to reach over to second, coming around to score. Logan Drake.
He was.
You call that an E, or was that one?
That's a base hit.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a hard one.
A base hit, and he moved a single, and he moved the base on the throw. That was a definite move on the throw.
Georgetown coming away here now 10-3 as Georgetown putting up 5 runs so far in the top of the 7th inning.
You got to remember that prior to this game, Cedar Park had only given up 10 runs in district play, and they've given up 10 today.
Georgetown doing their work, and you know that Cedar Park games, things can happen.
Right.
We still got 3 outs, plus Georgetown still swinging here, and Jackson Seosin, the right fielder, number 12, swings at that one.
We've
counted 0-1.
We've batted around in this inning, by the way.
Yep, we have. We'll be back to Luke Seaback after this. If Luke is going to call some time here. So base runner on second for Georgetown, the left fielder Hunter Savarese after that hit moments ago. Behind him, Georgetown again scoring those 5 runs and the wind picking up. This pitch too far outside, 1-1 the count. Cole, you still warm down there? How you holding up down there, young man?
Yeah, I'm hanging in. My ankle will be frozen.
Mike's cutting out. The mic's getting frozen.
Yeah, it's probably freezing up.
The electrons through the air, they're falling down back to the ground. 1-1 count, 2 outs.
Yeah, been a mic with a hand warmer.
Hey, there you go, Shark Tank again.
You can have a hand warmer with a mic if it shorts out.
Cuban would shake his head and go, nah, I don't really see the application for it. I'm out. 2-1 the count.
Not even for 50%?
How about I buy the whole company? 3-1 the count now.
What if the Russians guaranteed him the presidency?
Hey.
Oh, I didn't say that. That's political. I'm sorry.
3-1 here for Jackson Seosin.
Oops.
Pulls back here, and they're going to call it a strike. 3-2, full count.
Are we still in the? Is this still the 7th of? Is this still the 7th of April?
I guess.
It seems like we've been in this. It seems like we've been in this inning for a long time.
On the 7th of April in the 7th inning.
I think it's almost crazy.
Kick out pitch on the way. This one going to be hit over to left field. Chasing it down is Clayton Johnson, and he's got it as he leaps up for the 3rd out. A little fly 7 action there for the 3rd out, but Georgetown doing the damage there in the 7th inning. Galen.
5 runs.
5 runs scored on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. No errors. Mental error, but you don't count that one. And Georgetown leaving 1 on base. Move to the bottom of the 7th. Georgetown leads 10-3 here on a cold day in Cedar Park, Texas. We'll keep things right here, Galen. The wind has really picked up here in this inning, and things weren't too bad through the first 3 or 4 innings, but it is getting chilly, my friend. Well, Galen, thoughts here. Bottom of the 7th we go.
We've got a change in pitchers. And no, he cannot get a save.
Yeah, because you got to be over a certain amount.
Well, he's got to be left 3 runs or less.
And that pitcher out there for Georgetown getting those warm-up pitches, and that's going to be the 4th pitcher so far this afternoon.
That's Mr. Grimes, I believe. It's number 4.
Yeah, I believe that is Wesley Grimes out there. I can't even flip the pages, Galen.
Yeah,
it's Reese Grimes, actually,
Grimes.
the junior. So Reese Grimes, the junior, on the mound for Georgetown. Again, thanks for staying with us here this afternoon. I know many of you at home in your warm houses enjoying the heat. We're up here. Toes are frozen. But, Galen, camera's right there facing our way, but we're doing all right.
Yeah, and every one of those people at home is probably thinking about you and I as I'm probably thinking as you as I, a couple of whiny little
There you go, Galen.
whiny little people up here and having a chance to get out and broadcast America's game.
That's right. Don't get no better than this. Hey, we'll make it happen, whatever. You know, thankfully, baseball is one of those sports where you don't play when it rains.
Have we got the picture of the guy with the blue mask on down there behind the camera with behind the camera. Behind the Georgetown, just behind the camera in the Georgetown. He's
I
got a
don't-
blue mask
I
on.
don't see him.
Yeah, he walked off kind of to the back.
Pitch on the way here. This one too low and inside, slinging it from the sidearm there. We're back to the top of the order for Cedar Park. Number 22, the second baseman, Ryder Hernandez. Ryder 1 for 2. Pitch on the way here, and that one's going to be a strike, 1-1. Well,
We got somebody heating up in the pen.
second pitch, strike, 1-2.
We got somebody heating up in the pen, and they broke up all the benches down there and everything, and they've got a good fire going down there, heating up.
Pitch here,
Foul ball.
fouled. Count remains 1-2.
And that stung a little bit coming off the mitts, I bet.
Well, do you want to talk? I think tonight or this afternoon we talked to Wyatt Childress. Do you feel okay with that? 2 runs.
I think you ought to do that.
I think he had a great game to get things started for Georgetown. You know, a lot of players making things happen, but we like to spread the love around whenever there's a lot of players, and a lot of those guys, we've already picked them this year, so we may be talking to Wyatt Childress here at the end of this one. Pitch here on the way, swing and a miss, got him swinging. Beautiful pitching here for Reese Grimes, the junior. Swing and a miss for the first out. Second in the order, the right fielder, number 20.
You may get the definitive quote out there tonight in the interview. Somebody might say, gee, it was cold out here today. But we were hot as a team.
Oh, man. Somebody help us up here.
I'll go away.
No, I mean help us. Someone bring us some heat. We need Shaquille O'Neal here because he doesn't do the icy hot stuff now and all that. That's like for pain though. That'd still work. This one's going to ground over, diving, trying to clap it there, and Cole Posey trying to get it over to Cole Moore, and that one just out of the reach of him. And it will be a base hit to first by Austin Hewitt.
And that's another thing you can put on for Wyatt if he's player of the game is how he hustled down to first base and covered first base and kept that from them advancing on the play because he was right there to back up the first baseman on that play. And that's what a catcher is supposed to do on that play.
Just now?
Yeah. He ran down there and backed up the play so the ball didn't get.
Didn't even see it. My eyes are frozen. Georgetown trying to pick on a 1-3 runner safe at first. So again, Georgetown leads here 10-3. 19-5A district action on a cold Saturday here at Cedar Park High School. 1 out, 1 on for Georgetown here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Georgetown 2 outs away.
If we do get this win, the worst we can do in district is 11-5, and that basically has to guarantee you, mathematically has to guarantee you a place in the playoffs.
Pitch here clips the corner for a strike. 0-1 on Ryan Fiala, I beg your pardon, who's at bat now.
Because of the staggered schedule, there's still a few teams that could catch Georgetown, but the odds of them doing that are slim as none.
Pitch here 1-1. That one's called a ball. So aces across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Reese Grimes on the mound again on a 1-3, and runner's going to stay safe again. They're trying to get that second out on a pick.
You know, I'm wondering if Matt is freezing down in the Valley of the Sun out in Arizona.
Yeah, it's a cold sun. A nice, cool 89-degree sunshine.
Yeah. Hey, they would take that most in the summer as a cool day in Arizona.
Clipped him on the corner here for a strike, 1-2.
We went through when we were moving to Texas when I was a kid. One time we were in Yuma, and it was 112 at midnight.
Wow. Low pitch here, gets out of the reach, and luckily able to get back under it. The count now even at 2-2.
And that's before us poor people had air conditioners in our cars. They just didn't put them in 51 Hudsons.
We didn't have air conditioning in Georgetown when I was in kindergarten at Eastside Elementary. You can believe that. Grounds over. Nice job here. Georgetown going to get the runner out at second. Trying to go for the double play.
No.
Got him. And that's the end of the game. Wow.
1-6-3.
So a 1-6-3 for the third out, and that'll do it. Galen, I'll keep it with you here. We'll take a quick break, actually, and we'll interview Coach Foster and Wyatt Childress for the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle Player of the Game. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball continues after this.
That's the ball game. Final score: Georgetown 10, Cedar Park 3. Thanks for coming up this afternoon. Safe travels on the way home.
Okay, Georgetown now is with that score goes to 11-0 in district, and virtually has to have clinched the playoff berth by now. It probably did the last night. It was going 10-0, and Cedar Park players are having a meeting there on the infield. Kind of a little interplay there between the coaches I saw there that they didn't shake. Foster tried to shake hands with one of the Cedar Park coaches, and he kind of demurred on that. So, but Cedar Park now falls to 7-2 in district, which puts them 2 full games behind Georgetown when you're figuring on the loss column is deciding the course of the race. All the games, even with the bad weather last night, all the games in the district were played except Conley, I believe it's Conley and Eastview, and there was no score available on that game. That weather hit in Georgetown about 7:30, 7:45, and I'm sure they were unable to complete a 7 o'clock game in Georgetown last night. Other games last night: Cedar Park beat Cedar Creek 4-1, and Hutto beat Bastrop 1-0 for the second straight game.
Hey, Galen, can you hear me up there?
Yeah, I sure can.
Are you able to hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, Galen's got me. And Galen, main screen there, I didn't check this before we got down here. Is it on us right now, Galen?
Yes, it is.
On the video?
Yes.
You see us on there?
I see you.
I can't hear you, so you have to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So you see us. Okay, great. All right, sorry about that. Well, Rob Hipp down here on a cold day, man, with Wyatt Childress. Wyatt, tonight coming alive for Georgetown. You were 1 for 3, but had that huge triple, scoring 2 runs, a stolen base, and then also your defense, phenomenal behind that plate. Wyatt, talk about this game tonight on a chilly day here in Cedar Park, Texas.
Well, I mean, both teams are playing out in the elements, and, it's just whoever is mental tough, that's the team that was going to come out. That's what Coach told us before the game, and I felt like we were the tougher team between the two of us, and we just battled through it all and had some good ABs, had some good defensive plays, and Grant came out started out well for us, gave us a chance. Then we had Noah come in and pitch well for us, and then everyone else just did really good.
Well, Wyatt, talk about your confidence now. I know just struggling a little bit here early, but that hit had to be huge for you. Talk about just the confidence builder that hit is going to be going forward here.
Yes, sir. I always listen to Coach Foster whenever he tells me what to do up at the plate, and he always just gives me just little hitting advice, and I always just take it in and then just do what he says. So now I've got all the confidence in the world, and I mean I always have had all the confidence in the world, but now going forward it's going to be big. It's going to be big for us. Yes, sir.
Talk about, I won't ask you too much, it's freezing, man, but we'll talk real quick though. Wyatt, tell me about on a day like today when it's this cold, what's it like being behind that plate when that ball snaps into your glove, man?
Well, catchers are supposed to be the toughest kids on the field, and I mean it wasn't too bad. Just focusing on the game, focus on the pitch, and if it comes to it, put your body in frfront of the ball. You got to do whatever you can to stop the ball and help your pitchers out.
Well, finally, Wyatt, again, a great game here for you guys now, improved to 11-0 in 19-5A, and just really the team starting to gel nicely here as we continue on. Who do you finally, with the camera right there on you, who do you want to get a shout out to, some love this afternoon, Wyatt?
All right, definitely my parents and my grandparents and my brother Brady and all my friends and family, and no doubt God. Couldn't do it without him.
Awesome, and well, amen to that. We appreciate you, Wyatt Childress, again, our SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle Player of the Game. Wyatt Childress doing a great job here this afternoon, and Coach Foster, we'll bring you on. Nice jacket, by the way, man. I'll have to put in my order for one of those next year, so it's looking good. Coach, proved to 11-0 against another very quality team here at Cedar Park, but the damage really coming in that 7th inning. Talk about the game here on a chilly April day.
Man, I think we just outlasted them, honestly. We didn't have really good at-bats through the first 3 or 4 innings, and we got some really clutch hits. Logan Drake came off the bench, got a big knock. Wyatt's double kind of broke the ice for us a little bit, and we kind of opened up the floodgates and started feeling a little more comfortable. Grant, not his best outing, but he went out there and competed, just kept us in the ball game, made a couple good big pitches, and then the bullpen came in and kept it close for us.
Coach, no pun intended on that break the ice, right?
Right, for real.
Well, let's talk now 11-0 and 19-5A. Cedar Park, these are 4 games in 8 days. So far, the team looking phenomenal through the season here, continues to improve every game. How happy and proud of you are these young men right now, and especially coming down the stretch here in 19-5A?
You know, actually today was really a tough day after a really late night last night, and then asked them to get back up and wake up, and it's 40 degrees and blowing sideways. You know, so super proud of these guys, man. They bought in, again, like I said last night, they bought into a philosophy, and they're playing for each other. And, you know, we don't panic and don't freak out, and we don't go away. So, you know, we're going to be in every ball game if we stay that way.
Awesome. Coach, won't keep you too long. It's cold out here, so we will catch up with you again next game. Going to be a fun one. Again, Coach Adam Foster, Georgetown Eagles, we appreciate you, Coach. Once again, Rob Hipp down here on the field. We'll send it back up to Galen Wellnicki as we break this one down. We're not going to break it down long, though. We've already broken some ice down here. Galen, I'll join you in a few minutes. We'll close this one out. Galen, I'll be back up in a few.
We're already frozen down up here, so, and down there too probably. We got 3. Cedar Park scored 3 runs on 6 hits. Georgetown made no errors, and they left 3 on base, I believe. Georgetown had 10 runs, 7 hits. Cedar Park made 3 errors, and Georgetown left a 7 on base. And as we said, it's going to be interesting to see how some of those other district games came out today, and when the Conley Eastview game is made up. Right now, that game has no real effect on the race. Other games today were Conley at Rouse, Elgin at Bastrop, and Hutto at Eastview. We're hoping Matt Pullen and his crew here coming down the stretch with 5 games left, that Matt and his crew can pull in 2 or 3 wins coming down the stretch. Right now, the district opposite us, Magnolia and Tomball are tied for first at 6-1. Brenham's at 5-2. Tomball Memorial has jumped over Willis with a 4-3 record. Willis is kind of in a dismal skin. They were up near the top earlier, and now they're down to 3-4. And that's going to be a tough district for by district.
Well, Galen, thank you for keeping it rolling here. Beautiful game for Georgetown as they continue to look sharp. We talked about it numerous times, but as the season goes on, this team continues to gel. Even on a day where the gel doesn't flow because it's so cold, they find a way to bring the heat, and they did it again this afternoon. Georgetown looking sharp. Give credit to Cedar Park, as always. Coaching staff here, a phenomenal job. Again, Brad Cohn, hope he gets to feeling better. Heard he was sick today. And the Cedar Park crew, they always do such a wonderful job here at Cedar Park, not only with baseball, but all the sports here at Cedar Park. So shout out as well to our friends in Cedar Park. And overall, a great game. Galen, I'm going to sign off, man. I'm freezing to death. So we'll be back at home on Tuesday, correct?
That's right, at 7 o'clock, so 6:50 at airtime.
So Georgetown handing Cedar Park their 2nd loss of the season. Georgetown improves to a perfect 11-0. But you got to know the Timberwolves are going to come back. It's going to be warm again outside, and Cedar Park is going to be ready to rock and roll. But other than that, a great game here. On behalf of everyone from the SHN Sports family, I'm Rob Hipp for Galen Wellnicki, Nathan Height, David England, as well as Cole Smith. We're going to sign off. As I always like to say, friends, remember, we're not strong enough alone to make it our own. We need each other. So provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand to support. Somebody out there needs you this afternoon, especially in this cold weather. Make sure you take care of each other. Till then, God bless everyone. We'll catch up with you Tuesday back at home. Have a great night, everyone. Good afternoon from Cedar Park.
Did you see?
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.
Hey, Cole, we're done, man. Good job tonight, man.